They call her witch. They say she has stolen all the love and affection their parents give them. We must kill her, Mide said, her eyes cold like stone. Let's bury her alive, Bolani added, shaking with fear, but following her sister. We hate her so much. We must do anything to get rid of her. But what they didn't know was this child is no ordinary one. Their decision will not just kill a girl, it will shake the entire kingdom. Let's go back to how it all began. But before I start this epic journey, please follow, subscribe, like, share and comment. This keeps me encouraged to bring you more tales from the motherland. Also, do let me know where you are watching from. I would like to know which part of the world my amazing friends are watching from. Are you ready? Oh yeah, let's enjoy the story. We begin in the village of Iliao. Iliao. If you know that place, you know the sun there does not play. It is a hot sun, the kind that beats down on the red dirt until the ground cracks open like a thirsty mouth begging for water. The dust in Iliao is red like palm oil. If it touches your white cloth, just forget it. That cloth has changed destiny forever. In this village, inside a small house with a roof that leaked when the rains came, lived a girl named Adanna. Adanna, her name means father's daughter, but her father had joined the ancestors long ago, leaving her in the hands of a woman whose heart was harder than the grinding stone. Adanna was a miracle child. When she was born, the midwife screamed because the baby came out with hair wrapping her body like a blanket. The elders said it was a blessing from the Orishas, a sign of royalty from the spirit world. But in her own home, in her home, she was not a blessing. She was a target. Let me introduce you to the three Wahalas, her stepsisters. First, there was Ta. Ta had a mouth that could run faster than a downfall bus. She was the gossiper. If a chicken laid an egg in the next village, Ta knew the color of the egg before it touched the ground. Then there was Bolani. Bolani loved food more than she loved her own life. Her eyes were always counting the pieces of meat in the pot. She was greedy, not just for food, but for everything she could not have. And then there was Mide. Mide walks out of the house. She's tall, beautiful in a sharp, dangerous way, and scowling. She kicks a calabash bowl Adanna has just filled with water. Adanna, are you deaf or are you just stupid? I said I want water to wash my feet and you bring me this warm spit from the bucket? Adanna's voice is soft, musical, but tired. Sister Mide, the sun is hot. The water in the drum has heated up. Let me go to the stream to fetch fresh, cool one. Mide, clapping her hands together aggressively. You want to go to the stream so the village boys can look at your hair, Abby? You think you are a mermaid? Cover that hair before I cut it off while you sleep. You see the problem? Mide was the eldest, and her heart was dry wood waiting for a spark. She hated Adanna, not because Adanna was bad, but because she shone without trying. Their mother, Yabu, was the mastermind. Yabu was a woman who smiled with her teeth but cursed you with her eyes. She sat on the veranda chewing a stick, watching Adanna scrub the floor. Omoido, child of ash, when you finish scrubbing that floor, you will go to the back and wash the burnt pots. If I see one black spot on those pots, you will not eat tonight. Do you hear me? Adanna, yes ma, I hear you. They called her Omoido because they forced her to sleep in the kitchen near the fireplace. The ash from the firewood would settle on her skin and trap itself in that beautiful, magical hair. While Ta, Bolani and Mide slept on soft mattresses, Adanna slept on a mat that was thin like paper. But the village knew. Oh, the village knew. Visual. Cut to the village market. Adanna is sent to buy peppers. As she walks, the red dust seems to settle on everyone else, but it slides off her skin. An old man selling yam stops her. Old man Pajide, Adanna, my daughter, take this yam. Go and cook. Adanna, Baba, I don't have money for this big tuber. Who asked you for money? Your smile alone has cooled my heart in this hot sun. Take it, but hide it, or those vultures you live with will snatch it. This kindness from the village, this was the spark that finally set the dry wood on fire. One evening, the king's town crier came to the village square. Gong, gong, gong. People of Iliao, open your ears. The king announces a festival. The harvest has been good, and the prince has returned from his studies abroad. All young maidens are invited to the palace in 7 days. The news hit Yabu's house like a thunderbolt. Ta, jumping up and down, her silk wrapper sleeping. The prince, he is back. They say he's handsome like the sunrise. Mama, I need new beads, I need imported lace. Bolani, chewing on a piece of dried fish. They say the palace serves food on golden plates. Rice, pounded yam, egusi with 4 different types of meat. I will marry him just for the kitchen. Midday, she doesn't jump. She stands still, her eyes narrowing. Quiet, you fools. This is not about food or lace. This is about power. If one of us marries the prince, we become the queens of this land, and I was born to rule. Visual. Adanna is in the background, quietly sweeping the soot from the fireplace. She pauses, looking wistful. Yabu, noticing Adanna's look. What are you looking at? You think the prince wants a wife who smells like yesterday's charcoal? Look at yourself. You are not a person, you are a mistake. Yabu's words were sharp, but Adanna had a secret strength. She hummed a song her father used to sing. As she hummed, the tips of her hair began to glow, just a little, like fireflies trapped in a net. Midday saw the glow, and in that moment she decided, as long as Adanna was around, no man would look at them. The girl had to go, not just to the kitchen, but away, forever. Jealousy is a terrible thing. It is like drinking poison and waiting for your enemy to die. Yabu and her daughters drank this poison every day. 3 days before the king's festival, the plan was hatched. It was a day when the sun was hiding behind grey clouds, making the air heavy and sticky. Inside the main house, the sisters are dressed in bright, expensive silks. Adanna is wearing a torn grey wrapper, her hands stained black from scrubbing pots. She looks exhausted. Ta, putting on a fake smile, sweet like sugar poisoned with ants. Sister Adanna, my sweet sister, why are you working so hard? Come, rest small. Adanna, suspicious, stepping back. Sister Ta, you never asked me to rest. Did I break something? Bolani, no, silly girl. We want to help you. Look at your hair. It is dull because of the smoke. We found something, a secret. Midday, stepping forward, her voice smooth but cold. We went to the edge of the evil forest today. We found the red ireke flowers. You know the legend. If you wash your hair with the juice of the red ireke, it will shine so bright that even the king will have to bow. We want you to look good for the festival, Adanna. Adanna, me? Go to the festival? Mama Yamu said. Forget what Mama said. We are sisters, are we not? Blood is thicker than water. Come with us. We will show you where the flowers grow. Ah, Adanna. Her heart was too pure. She wanted to believe them. She wanted to believe that somewhere deep down they loved her. A clean heart assumes everyone else is clean too. That is the tragedy of good people. She wiped her hands on her rags. Okay, but we must be quick before Mama wakes from her afternoon nap. The 4 girls walk out of the village. They pass the farms, past the stream where the women wash clothes, and head toward the thick bush at the boundary of the village. The deeper they go, the darker it gets. The trees become tall and twisted. The sound of the village fades, replaced by the screeching of strange birds. They walked until the path disappeared. The air here was cold, smelling of rotting leaves and old secrets. Adanna started to feel fear crawling on her skin like ants. Sister Midday, I don't see any flowers here, only thorns. Let us go back. Ta, lagging behind, whispering to Bolani, is this the place? Bolani, yes, the hunter's pit. It is deep. Once you fall in, only spirits come out. Midday, stopping abruptly in front of a cluster of thick bushes. The flowers are right there, Adanna. Behind that bush, lean over and pick them. Adanna steps forward cautiously. She pushes the branches aside. There are no flowers. There is only a gaping black hole in the earth, a natural trap hidden by the undergrowth. Adanna, turning around, confused. Midday, there is nothing. She didn't finish her sentence. Midday lunges forward. Her face is twisted in a mask of pure hate. Ta and Bolani grab Adanna's glowing hair, the very thing they envied, and yank her head back. You are the flower, Adanna. Go and bloom in the dark. Adanna, no, sisters, please. They shove her hard. Adanna loses her footing. Her hands grasp at the air, at Midday's silk wrapper, but the fabric slips through her fingers. She falls backward into the darkness. Ah! Thud. The silence that followed was louder than the scream. The sisters stood at the edge, breathing hard. Their fine silk clothes were damp with sweat. Bolani, voice trembling. Is she dead? Midday, fixing her wrapper. Dead or alive, she is gone. No human can climb out of that pit. It is smooth clay all the way down. Ta, what do we tell Mama? What do we tell the village? Midday, picking up a sharp stone and scratching her own arm until it bleeds. We tell them a tiger came, a great beast. We tried to save her. Look at my arm. See how I fought for my beloved sister. Wickedness. Pure wickedness. They covered the hole with heavy branches and dead leaves, hiding their sin from the eyes of the sky. Then they ran back to the village, wailing and crying fake tears that could fill a bucket. Help! Help! The tiger has taken Adanna. Oh, our sister is dead. The village mourned. Old Pajide wept into his hands. But deep in the forest, inside the cold, dark earth, a miracle was about to happen. Because you cannot bury light, my people. You can only hide it for a while. Darkness. We hear the sound of dripping water, then a soft whimpering. A faint glow begins to illuminate the bottom of the pit. It is Adanna's hair. It is glowing brighter now, reacting to her distress. She is covered in mud, her leg twisted at a painful angle. Adanna, whispering through tears, Mama, Papa, why have you left me? She lay there for hours. Night fell, and the pit became a tomb. But then she heard a sound. Not a snake, not a spider, but a heavy, shuffling sound. Thump. Thump, scrape. Something was climbing down the pit. Adanna presses herself against the muddy wall, terrified. Two glowing yellow eyes appear in the darkness above her. A massive shape drops to the floor of the pit with a heavy thud. It is a monkey, but not a normal monkey. This creature is the size of a man, covered in charcoal-colored fur, with long, powerful arms. Adanna screamed and covered her face. Please, eat me quickly. Do not play with me. But the bite never came. Instead, a voice, deep, scratchy, like stones grinding together, but strangely gentle, filled the small space. Do not shake, small one. I am not a monster. Well, I look like one, but I do not eat little girls who glow like the moon. Adanna slowly lowers her hands. The monkey is sitting on his haunches, watching her with sad human eyes. He reaches out a furry hand. Adanna flinched, but he stopped, waiting. Your leg is broken. If you stay here, the cold will take you. I can carry you out, but you must trust me. Adanna, who are you? Names are for people with homes. Out here, I am just a beast, but you can call me Adi. Adi turned his back to her, offering a ride.
Adanna looked at the smooth walls of the pit. She looked at the monkey. She had been betrayed by beautiful humans in silk, and now she was being offered help by a beast in the mud. Life is funny, Abby. She crawled onto his back, burying her face in his thick fur. It smelt of rain and wild mangoes. Adi climbs. He moves with impossible strength, digging his fingers into the hard clay, hauling them up, up, up into the moonlight. When they reached the top, the fresh air hit Adanna's face. She thought he would leave her there, but Adi did not stop. You cannot go back to the village. Those who threw you in will only finish the job if they see you return. Adanna, I have nowhere to go. I have a place. It is not a palace, but it is safe. He carries her deep into the forest, to a place where the trees are so old they have beards of moss. In a clearing stands a tall stone tower. It looks ancient, with no doors at the bottom, only a single window high up. Hold tight. Adi climbed the stone tower like a spider. Inside, it was surprisingly clean. There were piles of soft dried grass for a bed, and clay pots filled with water. Hide here. When you hear hoot, hoot, clack, and 3 claps, you know it is me. If you hear any other sound, do not show your face. The forest has eyes. Montage of time passing. Days turn into weeks. We see Adi bringing huge leaves filled with wild berries, honeycombs, and mangoes. He sets Adanna's broken leg with sticks and vines. He sits by her listening while she talks. For weeks, the monkey was her mother, her father, and her doctor. Adanna began to heal. The red dot washed off her skin, leaving it glowing like polished bronze. Her hair, free from the kitchen smoke, grew wild and radiant, filling the stone room with soft light at night. They became friends. Real friends. Adanna. One evening, while braiding the fur on Adi's arm, Adi, why do you live alone in this tower? You are kind. You speak like a man. Why are you here? Adi looks away, toward the window. His eyes are full of pain. I was not always like this, Adanna. Once I had a life. I had pride. Too much pride. I thought I was better than everyone. I kicked beggars from my path. Adanna, you? I do not believe it. It is true. A powerful spirit, an old woman I insulted, cursed me. She said, since you have no humanity in your heart, you shall have no humanity in your skin. She turned me into this. She said I would remain a beast until... He stopped, his voice catching. Until what? Adanna said. It doesn't matter. It is a condition that can never be met. I am destined to be a monkey forever. Adanna looked at him. She didn't see a monkey anymore. She saw the soul that saved her from the pit. She saw the hands that fed her when her own sisters tried to kill her. She leaned forward. The room was quiet, only the sound of crickets outside. Adanna, you are not a beast, Adi. The people in my village who wear silk and go to church on Sundays, but throw their sister in a pit, they are the beasts. You are the most human person I know. Adanna leans in and gently kisses his fuzzy, charcoal-colored cheek. It was a kiss of pure gratitude and love. Not romantic yet, but deep spiritual love. Ah, do you know what happens when a pure heart kisses a cursed soul? The air in the tower stopped moving. The crickets stopped chirping. A bright light, blinding like the sun at noon, exploded inside the tower. Please don't forget to click subscribe, follow, like, share, and comment to see more interesting videos of mine. Thanks for watching my video. See you in part 2.